If women ruled the world and we just listened to them and let them take over, it would be an easier world.
Let's go through getting ready to go out, okay? General social functions, preparing for work, meetings at work. Tell me one example where a group of women would make these endeavors simpler than a group of men. Hey, you know, white people shouldn't run the world. It's white supremacy. You know what else? Men shouldn't run the world because we'd be better off if men were in charge of, specifically white men, right? That's the message that you're hearing across the board. Here's a fighter from the UFC, Garry, making it known that the world would be better off if it were exclusively run by women, but it's not sexist.
Any smart man in the world should look at his wife and know that that's the person I need to listen to. Like if the world was run by women,
smart,
we'd all live in a better world. Like it would all be simpler and easier. That's the fact of the matter. Whether you want to agree with it or not, or you think whatever it is, if women ruled the world and we just listened to them and let them take over, it would be an easier world.
Okay, simpler and easier. I want to just do by the way, of course, that's something that Garry would say. This is a man who hyphenated his last name with his wife's. This is a man whose nutritionist is his wife's ex-husband, and they all travel the world together. And allegedly, at one point, they lived together. They spent a lot of time. It's a weird setup, and he defended it until they said that's not really what happened. So, of course, he has to do exactly what she tells him, and he would hyphenate his name that way. But let's go through this. Simpler and easier. Look, I think that women obviously are better at quite a few things than men. Simplifying, streamlining, making things more efficient. Let's go through getting ready to go out, okay? General social functions, preparing for work, meetings at work. Tell me one example where a group of women would make these endeavors simpler than a group of men. Any of them. That's the whole thing. The whole joke about men is, you're just so simple, right? All they want is sex and a sandwich. Whereas this is the premise for stand-up comedy. The difference between men and women. Yeah. It would be simpler and it would be easier. What would be easier? Of course, by the way, this is just an old trope that people use. We've had women in charge. This idea that we have not had women in charge is silly. And the reason that women are often not in charge is because it hasn't gone well. In many cases, unfettered cruelty. So you had Mary, numero uno of England, burned 280 Protestants during her reign just for being Protestant.
Smelly.
You have Queen Ranavalona of Madagascar killed 2.5 million of her own people through forced labor. You had Indira Gandhi ruled India under martial law from 75 to 77 rather than face removal for the alleged corruption, sterilized millions of Indians under the cover of martial law. Simpler, easier. Also, I will say a big swing and a miss when she didn't catch this guy for sterilization.
ถึงแม้ว่าร่างกายของเขาจะพิการแต่เขาก็ไม่เคยยอมแพ้หรือท้อแท้ต่อโชคชะตาของชีวิตเลยแม้แต่น้อยเขายังคง
Oh, that's gross.
Ah, the old pit patty.
Yeah, the old pit patty.
I don't have another hand. What do you expect?
All cultures are equal.
What's New York missing?
More of that.
They got everything except for pit patties.
It starts with eating your bowl of rice with your fingers, and you end up with pit patties on every corner. They don't have the regulations.
And they do have hands. I don't know why they do them.
I mean, people will then say it's chauvinism, or people will say that if you say, like, I think that men are generally more efficient, like men generally will find the fastest path toward their goal. That's what men have to do. It's just the difference of sexes, right? We're usually, historically, we've been hunters, gatherers. We've had to be in that pressure cooker. We've had to be in high stress scenarios. That's why men have better reaction time. By the way, that's one of the biggest differences in sports. Women are more social. Women are more comforting. Women are able to communicate, converse in a way that is more agreeable, less offensive. The idea, though, that women would make things simpler, this is just, let's just say all the good things about women, and just bad stuff about men. And people say, sure.
Exactly. And it's also not biblical either. And I want to bring things back to that, because it's like you can have this worldview, you can try to pull from all these different areas and try to make this case somehow that women would be better as leaders than men. And you just have to remember, like, we're not designed that way.
Right.
The designer said this is how it will work best. You guys can do what you want, but I'm guaranteeing you're not going to like the results.
Right.
And I don't want to take advice from a guy like that anyway, so it works out.
No one ever just, defend that blanket statement.
No.
The world would be better off. Why?
Yeah.
There'd be no wars. There were wars when women were in charge. There'd be no death. There was plenty of death. There was plenty of murder. There was plenty of unfettered cruelty. Everything would be efficient. Have you seen your wife's walk-in closet? What makes you think that it would be more efficient?
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he said more efficient. He did say simpler, though.
Simpler and easier.
Things would be much simpler. Yeah, without electricity, everything's simple.
Yes. Well,
Yeah, without plumbing, yeah, it's simple. Go outside, squat. There you go.
There you go.
Black people would be considered more on time because everyone would be late.
That's true.
So there you go.
That's true. It's the new era of the Latina woman. Get used to it. Nothing's on time.
That seems personal.
True man knows it's a thing. They'll just be like, it's just a thing. It's like an entire continent has a thing. Oh, you're still here, which is a miracle in the age of Instagram and shorts. I think you have some shorts up there. You have an attention span that is longer than that of a fruit gnat. So thank you. I'm glad you probably would like it a lot more if you actually head over and subscribe on Rumble. I'm live there 5 days a week, 11 a.m. Eastern, where free speech is still alive. Go to Rumble. Get off the social media ghetto that is YouTube, with a lot of homosexual activity here on YouTube. There may be some on Rumble, but I haven't seen it.